welcome to the Show and Tell Show. Today, as always, we bring you solutions, information, inspiration, and friendship to fuel your life in today's women's fast lane. Today's topics are personal finance, time management, fitness, and beauty. But before we get started, let's say hello to our pet mascots, who are Zoe and Chloe, visiting us with human Darlene Papa from Lifeline for Pets. Let's go meet them. Hi, Darlene. How are you? Nice to see you.
Thank you so much.
Now, is this one Chloe or Zoe? Davica, come on over here. Let's meet. Which one is this?
This one is Zoe.
Zoe?
And this is Chloe.
Oh, they're so cute. Now, tell us, what is Lifeline for Pets all about?
Lifeline for Pets is a small, no-kill animal rescue, mostly cats. We're based in the Pasadena area.
Okay.
And we are small, and we have a wonderful group of all volunteers.
Mm-hmm. Where do you find the cats? Do people find you, or do you go to shelters to rescue them?
Mostly people find us.
They find
you. In
okay.
various ways, whether they found a stray that they can't keep, or sometimes people move and they can't keep their cats. Or
did it start like one person? One person started it, and then it just kind of grown?
We had it was back in 1981. There were two women that founded Lifeline for Pets, and it sort of grew from there. We originally had cats and dogs, but now it's changed to mostly cats now. We will help people do with rehome dogs.
So if people out there want to help Lifeline for Pets, what can they do?
Oh my goodness. They can adopt, first of all.
Yeah, if you're local to LA.
Yes, and we also will definitely not say no to donations.
Yes.
We certainly love donations because, it takes care of vet bills and our rent at our facility, food and litter. So that's very helpful for us. Gift cards from PetSmart and Petco, places like that are also helpful.
Very good. Well, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.
And people can find out more. Your website is what?
www.lifelineforpets.org. I must say it's a very good website because I do it.
Oh, good for you. Terrific. Well, we'll check back in with you later.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, let's bring out our favorite style expert, Rayne Parvis. Hello, hello.
Hi. Nice to be back.
It's so good to be with you. Well, Rayne's going to be helping us out throughout the episode today, so thank you for that, Rayne.
You're welcome.
And first, you're going to tell our viewers what their question of the day is. Is that right?
Yes. Which movie marathon on TV can prevent you from doing anything productive for a whole weekend? Please go to the contact page on our website and share your thoughts. We'll be reading some of your answers at the very end of the episode.
Terrific. Now, as you may know, each episode we have 3 panelists to provide their comments on our segments, and we want to hear what you think too, so please write to us on Facebook and Twitter, post a comment, and let us know what you think of our segments. Rayne, who are our panelists today?
Okay, today's panelists are Laura Gail Diamond, a personal trainer who's married with 4 children. Laura! Next is Patricia Smith, who's an author, artist, and lyricist who loves travel and sharing her observations of the human condition. She's an aunt to 2 nieces and 4 nephews and a second mom to many more. Hi, Patricia!
Hello!
And last but not least, Natifah Tolbert, a writer and singer who is a single mother of 2 boys. Hey, Natifah!
Very good. Well, thanks, Rayne, and thank you, panelists, for being here. We want to hear your opinions on everything that happens throughout the episode, okay? All right, very good.
The good, the bad, the ugly. Okay.
But first, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll be learning how to be financially wise women from personal finance expert Brittany Castro. We'll be right back. It is imperative for women to be smart about their personal finances. Unfortunately, financial wisdom doesn't come naturally to all of us, and to save you from years of arduous trial and error, we're delighted to have Brittany Castro, founder and CEO of Financially Wise Women, here in the studio to share her own wisdom for being smart about money and securing your financial future. Welcome, Brittany.
Thank you for having me.
So many people don't even know where to begin with personal finance. Either someone else has been taking care of the finances or no one has been taking care of the finances. So where should people begin?
First things first, I highly recommend that people start with a weekly money date. So I coined this word money date because I found that so many clients that I was working with hated the idea of a budget.
Yes.
It's like a diet, right?
Yeah.
You cringe. It's like, oh my God, I have to budget my checkbook, and we just start stressing out.
Yes.
So I thought, what if women think of it as a date with their money, right?
Fun.
And like when you go on a date, whether it's with your girlfriends or your lover, hopefully it's exciting. You want to get dressed nicely.
You can have some wine.
Perfume, wine, music, it's romantic. So I started to teach my clients the importance of a money date because it really helped them change the relationship that they have with their money. And during the weekly money date, what you're doing is actually updating your budget. So you see, where did I spend last week against my goals? You know, maybe you said, oh gosh, I overspent dining out. I better make sure I go to the grocery store this week. Or, you know, you look at the calendar and say, oh, you know, this week we have a lot of birthday parties we're going to, or dinners where we got to, you know, attend. So you kind of forecast, right? And you see, what do I need to be doing in my finances to plan ahead?
Yeah, many people think of doing this like monthly, but I like the weekly format because then you can.
It's more bite-sized.
Yes, it's more, it feels more managed. That's so overwhelming.
Yep, not as overwhelming. And I think that, like anything, working out, we got to think of it like we go on a regular basis, so the more consistent you are, the better off.
Yeah. What's your next tip?
Okay, next tip I have is to automate your savings. Okay. So I'm gonna tell you that it's very, very difficult to save money if it's not automatically happening.
Yeah,
it's just
so
human
true.
behavior. We see the money in our account, we're gonna spend it.
It's so true.
So don't torture yourself, right? I think women, we do this thing like, oh gosh, I should be saving. Why is it so difficult? Just set it up like a bill every month, whether it's $50, $10, $500, whatever the number is. You start with something, get it so it's automated. It happens every month on the same day, same, you know, 15th of every month. And over time, what you do is you adjust. You adjust accordingly, and year after year, you see, how can I increase that? Maybe increase it by 1% year after year until your savings is about 20% of your net income.
So you do that either with online banking, or maybe you can even do it through your employer.
Yes.
Yeah, then there's some
the automatic deductions, or if you don't have that, then you just set it up with your online bank.
Very good. Okay, what's next?
Third tip, get clear about your debt.
Okay.
So we live in a debt nation.
Yes.
The reality is the U.S. government has debt. A lot of people have debt, whether it's student loan debt, credit card debt, business debt. It's nothing to be like afraid of or feel shame or guilty with. However, those emotions do come up, and I think they come up a lot more in women. Specifically, we like to tie our worth into our financial life. So what I say about the debt is, first things first, get clear about how much you have. Write it all out, black and white. What kind of debt is it? Credit card debt? What's the balance?
Interest rate?
What's the interest rate? What's the minimum payment? Go through that, you know, go through the process to get clear about it, deal with it, and then once you're kind of overcome those emotions, you can create a game plan to figure out, okay, how am I going to pay this off in the most effective way? Next tip is to start investing. So investing is one of these things that we always know we got to do. So whether you're investing in real estate or the stock market, I think we as women actually make really good investors once we're educated. How to do it, you want to talk to a professional, whether it's a financial planner, maybe you read some books, take some online classes.
How do you find a good financial planner? Like, how do you find one that you can trust? It seems like, I think there's a lot of trust issues with women, particularly.
Trust issues, so I would say the CFP board website is great. That's Certified Financial Planner. So these individuals, I have that designation. We went to school. We got a designation 2-day board exam. So not everybody has this designation, but I think certified financial planners, have a little bit more of that comprehensive knowledge that you want to go for.
Very good. All right, it looks like our time is up, but people can find out more from your website, Financially Wise Women, and also download a toolkit.
Free
is it
toolkit,
right?
Lots of goodies, checklists, tips to help you feel more educated, more empowered with your financial journey. And last thing I would say, you're not alone. I think we as women were, really good at sharing the knowledge. So when you learn something, I highly encourage you to spread the wisdom, you know, spread the financially wise wisdom with your friends, family, so all of us can rise up together.
Very good. Thank you so
Thanks
much,
for
Brittany
having
Castro. Rayne, what do our panelists say?
Okay, well, this is actually heavy on my heart. I signed up for credit cards when I was 18 just because I wanted some Skittles and M&M, and it followed me for years, so I just have a heavy heart for this. Thank you so much for your tips. Which one resonates with you all the most? Natifah?
I would say just like learning more about financial literacy, being more well-versed with my finances, because like me, a lot of women, we like to shop and we like to spend money. It's really important that we start saving, and like you said with the shame, I used to feel so bad when I spent money, so just, you know, gearing towards those emotions and those feelings and overcoming them so you can, you know, learn and do better with your finances, so I appreciate that tip.
Patricia?
I love your play date, your
Money
date.
day.
I love that. I
Play date with money.
really love that. And I think I come from a generation of women who, you know, they depended on their husbands to take care of all of the finances. And when you see all of the divorces that are happening, there are a lot of women who are just completely in the dark about their finances. So I think you could find a real niche there to empower women to say, you know what, great that you're married, but understand exactly where things are and don't make any steps to get a divorce without being very, very well-versed in what exists there.
And first of all, I don't know how old you are, but I commend you for being so young and so knowledgeable on finances. Because it is so important to start young as a female and as a woman. Because it's so important, because I've seen so many women and that after they have kids, they get married, they get divorced, and it's really hard, and they don't know. So congratulations on your part.
All right, thank you, panelists.
Great.
So thank you once again to Brittany Castro and Financially Wise Women. And we'll be right back. Best for you, your career, and your relationships with family and friends, it's easy to take on a lot of commitments and suddenly wonder how to prioritize it all. Effective time management does not come naturally to some, and it's easy to think that everybody else is doing it right but me. So we asked organizational consultant, psychotherapist, and author Shelli Chosak to help us. Welcome, Shelli.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Well, we're so glad you could be here.
Thank you, and I'm always thrilled to talk about this topic because it seems to be with our fast-moving world and all the new demands on our time, it's really a big challenge to try to figure out how to make it work. I do time management workshops, and they're always sold out.
Yeah,
so
I can imagine this is a topic for everybody.
Right.
Okay, so when our schedules start to seem like they're spiraling out of control and taking on a mind of their own, where do we begin to take control?
Okay. Well, the interesting thing about time management, and most people don't think about it this way, but time management is self-management. And we tend to think about all the stuff we have on our plate and all the stuff we have to do, and we're trying to juggle everything without stopping to think. It's all, you know, when you're talking about time management, we're talking about controlling your environment. But if you don't have the internal sense of control inside, and that's the self-management, then none of that's going to work. You know, so you really need to start thinking about how can I empower myself to make all of this work for me.
So how do we find out what really matters?
Okay, well, that's a big challenge, and part of that is what I talk about in time management is a little different than the typical thing, because we're not talking about things to do. We're talking about things to look at for yourself. So when you're talking about prioritizing, basically it's a matter of thinking about yourself in a certain way. Like, are you a reactive person or a proactive person? And
figuring out your own approach first.
Figuring out your own approach. But if you are a reactive person, chances are you're going to have a lot more difficulty with your priorities than if you're proactive. So the idea is to think about that, and if you are, for example, if you're a person who, it's a wonderful quality to have, but we always want to think about others and be considerate of others. But if you're doing that most of the time,
you have to have your own plan.
Then you're not thinking about you. So there's a lot of time that gets sucked up.
That is when you feel out of control, when you're thinking about everyone else and you feel like, well, what about me? And you haven't thought about,
That's right. And even with that, I mean, the big thing that we're struggling with right now, which we find, is the whole issue of technology. Okay. And if you are really wedded to your emails or your text messaging or some of your social media accounts, then basically what you're doing is the person on the other end is the one that has the power.
That's so true. Yes, you're
giving them the power because they're asking something of you, and you're trying to just demand right away, respond right away to what they're saying, and that means that you're letting them control your life.
Would that be considered a time leak? Checking social media?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
What are some other kind of time leaks that can prevent us from being in control?
There's tons of time leaks, but I said, first of all, if you're a person who is trying to please others, that's a huge time leak.
Yeah.
Another one is how much time. Statistics are showing now that people are spending an average of 23 hours on different forms of media a week. 23 hours a week, not a day, but a week. Yeah.
But still, that's amazing. It's a lot.
Yeah, it's a whole lot. And if you stop and
it's
think.
like 5 hours a day.
Right. And so many people do it without even stopping to think about it.
Yeah.
And in my classes, a lot of times what I do is I ask them to put their cell phones away, because they have them right out there. And you should see how the anxiety level goes up because they don't.
Yes.
We've become so addicted to it that we get tethered to it. So that's a big time leak. Another big time leak, interestingly enough, is perfectionism. Because what that means is you're spending an inordinate amount of time with too much detail, needing things to come out too right and too perfect. And sometimes good enough is just fine.
Yeah, that's so true.
And another thing that I find is an interesting time leak is how well you're listening to other people. Because if you're not listening well to other people, then you're going to make a lot of errors in judgment, and you're going to miss some things, and you're also going to be making assumptions
that you have to correct later.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
And not really paying attention to what your own work-life balance is. It's that reactive thing where you're just responding to things and you're not saying, where is my time for me? Without being selfish about it.
Like know your own life. Don't look for a form-in template for everybody else's life. Like look at what's important to you.
That's right. And what most people don't realize is that a lot of people think if you're used to being a very giving person, you think that when you do for yourself that you're being selfish. But basically if you don't take good enough care of yourself, then you can't be good for other people.
Like the oxygen mask analogy.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
How often do you think we should reassess our schedules?
I think that there's a couple of different points in terms of when you reassess. Number one is pay attention to your stress level. If you find that you're depressed or you're irritable or you're frustrated and you just notice that negative energy is coming up, you got to stop right away because so many people just kind of let that go and they end up in bad shape.
Yeah, depressed.
Right.
Anxiety.
And burnt out.
Burnt out.
And the second thing is anytime there's any kind of change in your life, you've really got to pay attention to reassessing your priorities. It can be a job, it can be a child, it can be that you're now a caregiver for somebody else. So anytime there's any kind of major life change, you really got to stop and think how you're going to arrange your life so that it works for you.
Very good. Shelli Chosak, thank you so much for these great tips.
You're welcome. Yeah.
And Rayne, the panelists have Shelli's worksheets, is that right?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. And I do have them available that anybody who's listening and is interested in getting, there's a series of worksheets that basically help you with all of the things that I've been talking about. A big one on life balance. Okay. And
everybody can use that.
And on the slide there is a way to contact me in terms of my website and my email right here, and then you can email me, and I'll be happy to send you the worksheets that are there.
Very cool, thanks.
Ladies, what resonated with you the most?
I think what resonated with me the most is because I am a giving person, and being a single mom with 2 boys, they're always fighting for my attention and my time. So, I used to feel like I was selfish if I just wanted to take a time out and go in the room and just regroup. So I thought that was a very powerful statement that you said about, just giving more to yourself.
Thank you, yes. Yeah, it makes a difference. I had an experience with my kids where I had 3 kids, and they were young, and I was a single mom. And I came home from work one day totally exhausted, and they were all at each other fighting. And I just said, I'm going to go take a nap. I'm too tired, instead of what I normally do. They figured it out themselves.
Yeah. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
I think
sometimes moms just have to put themselves in a timeout.
Yes,
And,
good way of putting it, yes.
That's where you come in and have your whole life in balance.
Right.
And I also like how you put exercise.
Uh-huh.
Because that's another thing that you just have to balance your whole life out.
Exactly, yes, thank you.
I think that there's something about our culture that everybody has to tell everyone how busy they are.
Oh,
and it's like, oh, I'm so busy. It's like they're busy. Their being busy is more important than anybody else's busy part of their lives. And I always tell people, mind your own busyness.
Oh, what a great
Mind
phrase.
your
I love
own
that.
busyness. Because, you know, you must feel really good about this, that you have to tell me how busy you are. But if you're spending that kind of energy telling everyone how busy you are, you're obviously your time management isn't very good.
Absolutely. I love that phrase. That's great.
You can borrow it.
Thank you, panel. And thank you very much, Shelli, for being with us. And we'll be posting Shelli's worksheets on our website so you can view or download them and work on them in your spare time. Okay, we'll be right back.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. It all started with Michelle Obama. Or maybe it was Linda Hamilton in The Terminator. Whoever it was, thank you for making toned and defined arms a fitness and fashion must. The trickiest part for me is triceps, something I hadn't worried about much until the last few years. And now it feels like we're past the point of no return. But not so, right, Leila Harper?
Right.
Leila Harper is a holistic personal trainer and wellness coach, and you are going to show me and them, not that you need it, how to get toned and defined arms. Is that right?
That's right.
Okay, so
Ready?
where do we get started?
All right,
Okay.
on the floor first.
So
You're
I'm
gonna
going to
come
watch
right
you
down?
first. I'm going to watch you first, right? Okay.
Yes, watch me first. So if you're strong enough, you'll do it on your toes, up and down.
Okay.
Modified version of a tricep push-up, put your knee down, leg up, and press. If you need more of a modification, both knees down. You're keeping the elbows in tight.
Okay, all right. Maybe, I think one of our panelists has suggested taking the shoes off. All right, I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think you're right. Okay, all
They're
right,
very
all right.
cute shoes,
All
but
right,
yes,
yeah.
it's probably best.
All right, so
All right,
now
so
what?
come down onto one of your knees first. Good. And one leg up, straight.
Straight.
Okay. Your hands are right under your elbows.
Okay.
Good. Bring them back a little bit more. A little bit more.
You know, my knee's like sliding.
Keep your elbow in.
Elbows
Yep,
in.
good. Now
That's
come
like-
down and up.
Is that the thing with triceps, is keeping your elbow in?
Yes, work those triceps. That's
Okay.
right.
All right, that worked. This worked. That's an example. We don't have to go through a whole circle. You get the idea, don't you?
Here's one of them.
All right, what's next? So how many times do you do that?
So you want to do at least 3 to 4 sets.
4 sets.
10 to 15.
3 or 4? That's not so bad. 3 or 4 sets.
Yeah, 3 to 4 sets.
3 or 4 sets of 10 to 15.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, the next one. The next thing you want to do, it's a plank. Okay. So
Okay, I'm going to stand up for you. Go ahead.
here.
Yeah.
So you're in a nice strong plank. Come down to your elbows. Open. Open. Press back up into the plank. Back down.
It looks like, is that really working the whole arm? It looks like you're getting more than just the triceps. You're really like doing like a holistic approach to your arm. Is that right?
In order to get the arms, you have to do a lot of also big kind of bang exercises.
All right,
so.
let me try this, and then we'll try maybe something not on the floor. Okay, so my plank, my least favorite position. Okay.
Now drop down into,
Like this.
so you're in your plank.
Yeah.
Okay, now bend. One elbow down.
Oh, right.
Other one. Open.
Yeah.
Come back. Open. Good. Press back into your plank. Good. And then you do it again. Again, 3 to 4 sets.
Good. 3 to 4 sets of 15. Okay. All right.
If you want your arms to look good, you got to do the work.
You got to work. All right. That's fine. That's true.
No way
that
around
makes
it.
sense. Okay. What else? What else can we do?
Right here. Here's an easy one for you.
Okay. Oh, yeah. That's what I like.
So to make it easy, modified, keep your legs in. Okay. Elbows are back. If you want to make it harder, legs are out.
Okay. You know what it is? It's not that I don't want to do the work, but it's like It's harder. I guess if you don't if you,
It is hard.
If you haven't done it in a while, it does get hard. Okay, so what, am I doing this right?
Okay, so bring your feet back a little bit. Grab hold of the edge of the chair. Good.
Here, okay.
Yep. Keep your elbows in and come down and up.
This doesn't feel as hard. This is okay. This one is better.
Yeah. So go down
Especially
a little
in the
bit
dress.
lower.
Oh.
There you go, and then come up a little lower. Go really low.
Oh, okay. But it still isn't as bad. It's not as bad as a plank. You know, just the plank is like hard. A plank is hard. Yeah.
Well, if you want to work your arms, if you want nice arms, well,
okay. Wait. What's a weight exercise? Let's see.
Okay, and do one more here. You can
I'm
be
also
on your back.
I'm also noticing those are pretty big weights. But you're saying yes, use larger weights instead of little weights. Okay, so let's see. What do you do?
So right here, another one for the back of the arms. Just keep these together.
Yep.
Come down and up.
Okay.
Just like that.
And where is that working? Triceps? That's also triceps?
Yes.
Okay.
Back of the arms. You've got some bicep. You have a bit of chest. But you want the arms, and especially that problem area that a lot of women come to me to talk about.
Which one?
The
Bat
triceps.
wings? Yeah.
Yes.
Bat wings. That's my son loves that term because he really loves Batman. Okay, so it's kind of
Really?
hard with a microphone. Yeah.
I know.
Because he thinks like
All right,
bat wings
right
are
arm.
like Batman.
Just grab that. Good. Left arm. Good. Now you want to bring these together.
Yep.
Okay. Now bring your elbows down to the ground.
Okay.
Right there, and press up. And you want to go fairly quickly. See?
How heavy are these weights?
These are 10 each.
Oh, it's not. Okay, I was about
it's
to
not that
complain,
bad.
but doesn't sound like that.
Right. So you want to keep these bent there, though,
Okay.
and not bring them down this way. Got it. Up and down. Go ahead. Do a couple. See how easy?
This isn't bad. This is not bad. Yeah. This is not bad. I got it. Thanks, Rayne. Okay. A little cheering section. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, good. That's good.
See?
Yeah, that's okay.
That wasn't that bad.
All right. No, I think there's hope for me yet, Leila. All right, Rayne, what do our panelists think?
You can actually do that stuff when you're watching TV on a commercial break.
Yeah, a
Which
lot
I
of
love
things
about
that I
it.
give
But
to my clients is they can do
Right.
it in a hotel, they can do it wherever. And body weight exercises are great because you are lifting a lot.
You are.
Think about it. You're not just lifting 10 pounds, you're lifting your whole entire body weight, or half of it if you modify it. But the thing is, too, with things that when you age, yes, you do lose some elasticity. That's just a natural part of aging. However, there's a lot of things you can do about it. But if you are working out and you find that you aren't losing this part, it could also be a hormonal issue. So it could be high estrogen, it could be a thyroid issue. So if you have done everything and you're still not losing this, hormones, check them.
Good to know. Any other comments from the panel?
I do cardio bar, and I do that like 5 or 6 times a week. I'm just going to blame it on hormones.
I think also one thing, there's
Unless-
a
yeah.
plethora of exercises out there, and you have to find the right one for you.
Yeah. Like my arms have always been my problem area, but I just started a weight loss journey 3 months ago, so I'm 25 pounds down. Yeah. I don't want to forget the 12 inches, and I just know like it's hard work. When I first started,
hard work, yes.
I couldn't even get through the workout, but I've learned that the more my body endures, the workout, I'm better with it. So
Very good.
I'm gonna be able to wave.
You will get there.
Very good. Well, thank you, panelists, and thank you, Leila Harper, once
You're
again. I
welcome.
appreciate your time. And we'll be right back with our Kevin Barry Minute. Okay, everybody, it's time to get our beauty fix with the one and only Kevin Barry. Come on out, Kevin, for your Kevin Barry.
Hello, Caroline.
Hello.
It's good to see you.
Good to see you, too.
Oh my God, you are giving me Versace black leather.
you like it, yeah?
This is the Caroline Elliott. This is the cat show. We're doing a cat eye. This is all about eyeliner. How appropriate. You're giving me
love
Catwoman.
it.
Vintage Julie Newmar. Hello, Batman. Or Eartha Kitt. Don't want to offend anyone.
All right, eyeliners, you're right.
Let's do
the
it.
cat eye.
Cat eye, cat focus, cat
Yes,
suit. Wonderful.
Yes, slides.
So let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Okay, up first, the one at WWBD. What would Beyonce do?
That's the question in everybody's
She would get
mind.
it right is what she would do. And in all fairness, when you look at this beautiful picture of Beyonce, she probably had a professional makeup artist, so that you need to keep that in mind. And she loves Francesco Tolo. She's available at Cloutier. But she gets it right. And I brought a selection of products that you will not believe. That'll make it so easy to do.
We're going to check those out in a minute.
Yep, you got it. And one of the most popular is a product from Hard Candy called Dare to Flick, which is on the next slide. It's got a cute little weird tip. I brought it so that you can see it. And it scoops in, and it really, I did the consumer report test on it, so to speak. Like, it really didn't disappoint. It truly does do a flick.
So this is how you get the flick that Beyonce has?
Yes, yeah.
Oh, and is it like a pen?
It is. It's like a felt tip pen, but it doesn't give too much. It's restrained, because she didn't look too thick. It was pretty good.
Okay.
But if you don't want to go that far in the very beginning, there's another good before and after coming up that's much more subtle.
Okay.
You can see the difference. That's a modified version. And that's
it's more like a Audrey Hepburn kind of.
Yeah, very clean.
Yes.
You can see it's, right, winged right. Like there's a line from the nose to there to there. That's when you know it's appropriate if you have that. So you don't want it coming down, so then, hi.
It's interesting to see that, what a difference it makes. It really does kind of lift.
Isn't that great?
Yes.
And this is a still from Maybelline, and they have an incredible thing called the Master Precise Skinny, which is literally 1.8 millimeters. It's that tiny, and I tested it out. Super, super skinny, so that even the most scared, apprehensive makeup person can do it, and it's super subtle. I mean, and if you rub it with a Q-tip, it's practically gone. So there's something for everybody.
So it's like it just gives it enough color just to do a little something, something.
But it's also good for detailing at the base of the lashes. Sometimes you do the liner, and if you didn't see correctly enough, then you see gaps between the liner and your lashes.
Yes.
You can also fill that in so that it doesn't look like there's something weird going on.
Because it is hard to get in there.
Yeah, to get in there. Yeah, and then there's like, oh, you've got an eye crusty. No, I just missed my eyeliner. Sorry. So it's great.
Yes.
So it's Friday night somewhere on this planet.
Yes.
And when you've got the cat suit on, you want to give up a little Penelope Cruz here.
Oh, yes.
Hello, is that beautiful or what?
So pretty.
Isn't that great? And I mean, it's a good brow, nice liner, and a neutral lip. It's not a lot of makeup. So, and that's very, like you said, Audrey Hepburn.
Yeah.
Just clean, beautiful. The bangs kind of emphasize the whole look. But once again, a good general, I'm just going to go in here from the edge of the nose, right? See, there's like a clean line, so then you know it doesn't go this way or that way. So it gives you a nice uplifted look. It's really just...
So you should use some sort of
always
tool
right from there
and
to
do
there.
this.
It pulls you right up. So then you know when you're doing it, just like that. And I'll show you a little trick that you can do with it as well.
Is that what you do with your eyebrows too? Not to get off topic. But
yes, and you can also go one way or the other. If you're narrow or more full there, then you know which way to go.
Yes.
So that you can, because I'm I'm heavy here but narrow there, so I can, well, I'm so heavy here I should extend it out to my ears, but it's
you figure out your own tricks that work with your face.
Why are you wearing Vulcan ears? That's a slimming technique.
So now she's using eyeliner in her.
She's done the little bit of the waterline, which is a popular term, or just the inner edge.
Okay.
And there's a great, for that, this is incredible. I was talking, Bobby, who works on your show, she said, what can I do to get an eyeliner that won't transfer? The infallible.
What does transfer mean?
Transfer means like at the end of the night, it looks like there's little pepper flakes.
Yes.
24 hours. It even says it on the package. They say 24 hours of wear. So whatever you're going to encounter, this may be the eyeliner. So I mean, and they have a whole line called Infallible, and that's the selling point behind it is that the duration of it is so intense. Yeah. It's really great, and it really did come out like a marker. I couldn't believe it. I've never seen anything like it. So it was really
thick
good.
and saturated.
Yeah, it's really great. And then the next one coming up, Lucy Liu, and this is a smokier, diffused version of it. If you don't want the clean sharpness, you can do it a little bit more sexy. It's like disheveled but elegant, romantic, chaotic, a little you there. And
glam.
Because usually she's so perfect. And then when I saw this picture, I was like, I didn't know she had freckles. So I don't really think she has any foundation on. She just did her eyes and lips. Like, so you just want to do your eyes and go. Or someone calls you and you're like, well, I really was going to stay in tonight. Hold on, and then just go.
Yeah, dramatic, get natural.
Yeah, you got it. Pop an Altoid, I'm ready. Hoo-ah, let's go. Cat suit, you're done. And for that, I really did find some new products. When you gave me this assignment, I was surprised how many interesting, innovative things are. Yeah. This looks like a liquid liner, but it's not. It's loose powder inside the cassette. Yeah. And it's very, very soft and diffused so that you can't make a mistake. What I did, like on my own eyes, because I'm always practicing. Gay guy with makeup. Think of that. So anyway, I put it on, and it's like a cheat sheet because you can put down the powder. Because liquid liner's hard. Liquid is really, really hard.
And especially
you can
it's
goof.
hard.
Yeah.
Yes, you do. Even if you do it right on one side,
and then you get the other,
and
then it's crazy. So this was a nice cheat sheet, and I'm going.
All right, Rayne, it's just about time to say goodbye, but time flies when you're having fun.
Totally.
All right, why don't we read the answer to our viewer question? What was the viewer question again?
Okay, the viewer question was, which movie movie marathon on TV can prevent you from doing anything productive for a whole weekend.
So many possibilities.
I know. So Roy O'Dali in Forest Hills, New York says, whenever a Christmas Story marathon runs, I feel like I'm fully immersed in the holiday season and we'll have it on the background for an entire weekend.
Me too. So much of that movie is so amazing. Okay, and then Hannah Sandamore in Washington, D.C. says, any John Hughes marathon can suck me in for a weekend. 16 Candles, Pretty in Pink, Ferris Bueller, Uncle Buck, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles were all great movies from my teens and take me back.
Go Molly Ringwald.
All right. Well, thanks very much, everybody. Thank you, panelists, for being with us. You guys were great. Laura, Patricia, and Natifah. And Kevin. Who's still here. And thank you so much to Lifeline for Pets. Come on over. It's Darlene and Zoe and Chloe. Thank you so much, you guys, for being with us.
Thank you for having us.
And please remember, everybody, to adopt, spay, and or neuter your pets. Visit our website. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Sign up to receive our digital magazine. And we look forward to seeing you next time, everybody. See you soon. Come on over.